For this week's record, I'm going to be showing you an inventory of enslaved people from an estate file. For those of you that don't know what an estate file is, when a person dies, obviously their assets have to be divided up among their heirs, their debts have to be paid, and that whole process takes place in probate court. Well, obviously the owners of enslaved people died as well, and typically their largest source of property was enslaved people. And so the estate files from that era typically convey a lot of information about enslaved people in a document called an enslaved person's inventory, basically. And those records include the names of the enslaved people, how much they were valued at. Sometimes it gave their age, sometimes it described family. Often a mother and her children would be described in these records. Sometimes it would mention the health of enslaved people. And so these records are really important for a number of reasons, right? Again, it speaks to the humanity of enslaved people. These are real people and real lives. Secondly, it helps with genealogical research. If you're researching ancestors who happen to be African American and you're trying to look before 1865, estate files, which are found across the country, it's a basic legal document, you can find enslaved people in estate files across the Southeast. And it's also really important because it gives us an understanding of how the local court system, again, was an integral part of the machinery of slavery. So in this particular inventory of enslaved people, there's an enslaved individual named Frank. And in next week's video, we're going to show you a marriage license between two African American individuals that occurred just after the Civil War. And it has a surprise.